Ohai. Nice, the Mediterranean city, port and the commune in the southeast of France in the region Provence, the Alps, French Riviera. The administrative center of department the Maritime Alps, districts Nice and 9 cantons. Nice-1, Nice-9. 533,554 inhabitants. 2019. Large transport hub. One of the main resort places of French Riviera. The French Riviera. Nice has been founded by Greeks in the middle of the 4th century BB and Nicaea in honor of the goddess of victory Nika, in commemoration of a victory over Ligurites has been called. It became one of the major trade cities on the coast of the Ligurian Sea and has existed before invasion of Lombards. In the 7th century Nice has joined the General League uniting the cities of the Ligurian coast. In 729 the League has reflected invasion Saracen, but the last in 859 and 880 years have plundered and have burned Nice, and during the most part of the 10th century the city and adjacent territories were under their power. In the Middle Ages Nice was exposed to disasters and wars more than once. Kings of France tried to capture it, but the city successfully defended the freedom. In the 13th and 14th centuries Nice was captured more than once by governors of Provence, and in 1388 the city has appeared under protection of the Savoy County. Since then Nice was a part of the Savoy Duchy up to 1860 when the Kingdom Sardinia has transferred Nice of France under the Turin Contract. Before the Savoy domination was interrupted only twice, from 1691 to 1713 when of Nice the King of France Louis XIV, and from 1792 to 1814 when the city has been occupied by Napoleon has taken control. The city has been strengthened and now was able to cope with Berber pirates. Good ways have been paved. During wars between Francis I and Charles V, big destructions have been caused by the armies interfering in Provence. The pestilence and hunger raged in the city for a number of years. In 1538 these monarchs with mediation of the Pope Pavel III have made the peace for 10 years. However, in 1543 Nice was attacked by the integrated forces of Francis I and pirates under Hayreddin Barbarossa's command again, and the inhabitants have reflected attack which has followed strong firing of the city. They eventually have been forced to give up, and Barbarossa has allowed to plunder the city and has captured 2,500 prisoners. History of the city was become by the laundress Catherine Seguin. During a siege of Nice with Berbers on August 15, 1543 this woman, having armed with the roller for washing of linen, has killed the enemy soldier and has taken away from him a banner. The stunned pirates were dumbfounded when Catherine has expressed them the contempt, having lifted up a hem of a skirt and having shown the back. In 1543 Nice has been plundered by Turks. In 1550 and 1580 in the city plague epidemics raged. In 1793 Nice's department of the Maritime Alps has been connected to France. In 1814 it is again attached to Savoy until 1860 made the province of the Sardinian Kingdom. In 1860 during Napoleon III Nice's government was a part of France. After Napoleonic Wars Nice finds the popularity as the resort. The soft climate, warm winters have attracted to these regions of foreigners. In November 1942 during the Operation Anton, The city, which was earlier in structure of Vichy France, has been occupied by the Italian troops and included in an expanded Italian occupational zone of France. After capitulation of Italy in September 1943, Nice is occupied by the German troops. Even before occupation of the city in August 1942 by the French collaborators in a concentration camp of Drancy have deported 560 Jewish residents. In the second half of the 20th century, Nice led quite quiet existence under the power of the mayor Jean Médecin. 1928, 1944, 1947, 1966. And his son Jacques. 1966-1990. The only emergency, the tsunami on October 16, 1979, which has claimed the lives of 9 people. Nice repeatedly became the venue of the international political forums. In December 2000, the EU summit, at which a framework of expansion of the European Union on the East has been coordinated, has opened. In November 2008 in Nice there took place the EU summit Russia. At it, President Nicolas Sarkozy and Dmitry Medvedev have resumed the negotiations on development of the basic agreement between Russia and the EU, interrupted because of the Georgian-Ossetian conflict. On July 14, 2016, during the national holiday in Nice, there was a terrorist attack. After the fireworks, the driver of the cargo van has deliberately driven in crowd on Angliski embankment closed the day for car traffic, having killed 86 and having wounded about 430 people. The driver has been shot by police. Responsibility for this terrorist attack, the terrorist organization has undertaken the Islamic State. Nice is located in the extreme southeast of continental France, in 30 km from border of France and Italy. Distance to Paris -960 km, to Marseille -230 km, to Genoa -200 km. The city lies on the bank of the Gulf of Angels. Near the city there is a mouth of the River Pitch. From the north, Nice is surrounded with several low hills. Nice is the largest city of the French Riviera. The area of the commune -71. 92 km, the population -347,060 people. 2006. With a tendency to stabilization. 343,629 people. 2012. Population density -4,777.9 person/km. The climate of Nice belongs to the Mediterranean type. In the city, moderate temperature throughout the most part of year prevails. At the same time, in comparison with other cities with this type of climate, precipitation in the city is rather small. They drop out mainly from September to March. In the spring often there is windy weather. The summer is hot, dry and solar. However, unlike other cities with the Mediterranean climate, rains in Nice nevertheless happen in the summer, though is rather rare. Temperature seldom falls below +20 C and quite often crosses a mark +30 C. The average annual maximum of summer temperature makes about +35 C. The absolute maximum of temperature has been registered on August 1, 2006 and made +37.7 C. The absolute minimum in Nice makes 7.2 C. The fall begins solar and warm September. In October air temperature falls below +20 C, rains begin to go. In November the average temperature of air is about +17 C. For winter rather warm days, +11, +17 C. And their characteristic cool nights, +4, +9 C. Weather often changes from warm and dry to crude and rainy. Sometimes there are frosts. Snowfalls happen exclusively seldom. The spring in Nice comes late. In March and April there is rainy and wet weather, and only to the middle of May there comes the summer and dry weather. Population 1896, 76,263 inhabitants. 1911, 142,949. The population of the commune in 2011 made 344,064 persons, and in 2012, 343,629 people. Economy. The population is generally engaged in services industry. There are industrial enterprises, food, textile, sewing, perfumery, furniture, electrotechnical and other industries, and also production of souvenirs. In the suburbs, floriculture and fruit growing. In 2010 from 213,709 people of working age, from 15 to 64 years, were economically active, 64529 inactive. An indicator of activity of 69.8%, in 1999, 66.3%. From 149,180 active able-bodied inhabitants worked 129,541 persons. 65874 men and 63667 women. 19639 were registered as the unemployed. 9507 men and 10132 women. Among 64529 able-bodied inactive citizens, 26172 were pupils or students, 15593 pensioners, and 22764 more were inactive owing to other reasons. For 2010 in the commune 175,501 taxable households, in which 343,160 people lived, were registered. At the same time the median of income has made €17,873 for one taxpayer. The Nice French Riviera Airport is the third in passenger traffic airport of France. Annually more than 10 million people use it. The helicopter line connects the airport of Nice with Galeoport Monaco. The railroads connect Nice with other cities of the coast and also with the Principality of Monaco. 3 tram and numerous bus lines work in the city. Science and education. In the city the observatory, which is a part of Observatory of French Riviera, is located. In this observatory on March 5, 1891 the French astronomer Auguste Charlois has opened an asteroid 307 of Nick, and is called in honor of Nike, the goddess of victory according to ancient Greek mythology, and also the Greek name of the city in which it has been opened. Foundation in 1965 of the University of Nice, to Sophia Antipolis, has led to active development of research activity in the city. At the university there are 62 research divisions, 116 scientific groups and 35 laboratories relating to various scientific organizations. Architecture. The seafront is built up with magnificent eclectic buildings of the beginnings of the 20th centuries. Cathedral, churches and palaces of the 17th, 18th centuries in style of the Italian Baroque. In the city, the numerous museums are located. The following uses the greatest popularity. Museum of Archaeology, Natural History Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts. Represents collection of paintings of Fragonard, Monet, Sisley and Degas, and also works of other artists and sculptors. Museum of the Fleet, National Museum of the Bible Message of Marc Chagall. It is open in 1972. The center of exposure of the museum are 17 big pictures painted by the artist avant-gardist Marc Chagall under an impression of the Old Testament. Museum Masséna. The museum is in the region of Carré d'Or. Beautiful and expensive quarter of the center of Nice. In March 2008, the museum has been open after reconstruction. Now in it about 1,500 creations of the 11th, 19th centuries are provided. Sculptures, pictures, ware, weapon. Museum Lascaris. Matisse's Museum is in the central part of the city. The museum is located in the Genoa mansion built in the 17th century. Pictures, sculptures and engravings representing the different periods of works of the artist are provided to exposures. Several municipal galleries. Museum of Naive Art of A. Zukovsky. In Nice there is a set of churches and cathedrals. From the middle of the 19th century, Nice became the popular resort in the environment of the Russian aristocracy. In the morning on October 26, 1852, the Empress Alexandra Feodorovna has arrived in the Bay Villefranche. The choice of the Russian Empress became decisive for Nice tourist future French Riviera. In the Bay Villefranche, the land has been bought, houses for the imperial house are built. Soon in Nice there were already about 400 Russian families owning housing and the earth in the city. In 1912, in the city, construction of Cathedral of Saint Nikolai, the most beautiful Orthodox cathedral outside Russia, has been finished. The cathedral has been created on means including the Emperor Nicholas II. In 1913, the Russian colony in Nice totaled about 3,300 people, and in 1930 there lived 5,312 Russians who have left Russia during the revolution. During World War II, many of them emigrated to the USA. Church of the Prelate and Wonderworker Nikolai and Martyr Queen Alexandra. 1860. Chapel in memory of Crown Prince Nikolai Alexandrovich. 1868. Monument to Crown Prince Nikolai Alexandrovich, son of the Emperor Alexander II. It is open on December 19, 2012 in a garden of Street. Nicholas Cathedral. Sculptor A.N. Burgenov. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.